It has been 6 months since Vladimir Putin decided to wage a war on Ukraine on a scale not seen on this continent in half a century. The true cost of this war in human life is difficult to estimate. Ukrainians claim around 9,000 soldier lives have been lost. It's estimated that Russia has lost around 80,000 troops during the invasion, either killed, wounded, captured or deserted. Meanwhile, more than 5,500 civilians are thought to have been killed in the fighting. UK Defence Minister James Heappey says it's a conflict that is not going away. Well, today is Ukrainian Independence Day, but celebration events have been banned in the capital, Kyiv. It's because of fears of renewed strikes by Russian forces. President Zelensky has issued a rallying cry to the Ukrainian people, saying victory is the only way for the war to end. With the latest, here's our Ukraine correspondent, James Waterhouse.
As history has shown, the more Russia tries to pull Ukraine in, the stronger people's sense of identity becomes. On the outskirts of Kyiv, this factory used to make hotel uniforms. Now it's flags. Lots of them.
These are very dear colors to us. Every Ukrainian feels these colors, and we see them in everything, in the sky, in wheat. We have been making flags every day for the past few months. This gives us pleasure and joy because our work is useful.
Okay, so welcome to the Wednesday meeting, and everybody be off their laptops for the meeting. Thank you.
Another symbol of Ukrainian defiance is here at the Kyiv Independent, an English-language news site set up weeks before the invasion.
Be published either today or tomorrow.
Within days, their online following went from tens of thousands to millions. Its editor describes it as the voice of Ukraine and the world's window into it.
We are, of course, all very much aware of the sacrifice that it took to get us all here to this Independence Day, and thousands of people who were killed, both civilians and military. I think it's probably the most important Independence Day that we'll see in our lives.
On this day last year, President Zelensky donned his now unfamiliar dark suit, with his military putting on this show of strength. Russia had already started to gather troops on the border, and Ukraine's resilience would soon face the ultimate test. This is the same square today, with rows of captured or destroyed Russian tanks in what is a display of defiance. But how independent is Ukraine, with the Russians now occupying a fifth of this country, and it being almost completely reliant on weapons from the West? For one former president who campaigned against Russian influence, sovereignty isn't just about weapons and territory.
For me, first of all, the benchmark of independence is the strength of spirit, the power of national spirit. Today I can say with confidence that 42 million Ukrainians speak in one voice, and that allows us to face any enemy, including Russia.
This Independence Day poses some difficult realities. Criticisms over why Ukraine didn't act on warnings from the West, and the country's continued dependence for help to stay independent. James Waterhouse, BBC News in Kyiv.